Hello, welcome back to another YouTube video. Welcome back to my corner of the internet, as my boyfriend likes to say it. I just wanted to show like a few recipes that I typically eat. I came up with the zucchini pasta like a couple days ago. My boyfriend's doing the mono cleanse right now, so I kind of got to like explore some recipes and stuff. So yeah, I came up with the zucchini pasta a few days ago. I love it. Since I did my 369 cleanse, I've been keeping off of salts, fats, and grains. So these meals or foods won't have any of that in it. If you're new here, welcome. I do medical medium protocol and I've been doing it for 3 years, and it's the only thing that has helped me get rid of health problems, health symptoms. This is not what I eat every day. And usually I do eat potatoes every day though, so maybe the next one I will show a potato recipe that I came up with. But yeah, I just wanted to show a few foods that I typically eat in a day to heal my bloating and my acne and brain fog and neurological problems and whatnot. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching and thank you for being here. So every morning my boyfriend leaves for work and he gets up at like 3-4 o'clock and he makes me my lemon honey water to get my medical medium morning cleanse started, and I love it so much. It helps me right when I wake up just to get like the morning started. And then of course I do my celery juice after that. If you know medical medium info, it's lemon water, celery juice, and then your heavy metal detox smoothie. But in between the heavy metal detox smoothie and my celery juice, I like to do watermelon juice. Last year we started doing watermelon juice in the summertime, and here in Texas we've found which grocery stores still carry watermelons, and so I've been doing watermelon juice all summer and all winter long, and it's been amazing. I love it so much. I can't go without watermelon juice. It's just like so refreshing and everything I need in this dreary winter over here in Texas. And so before I actually found medical medium information, I would like steer clear of watermelons because they always made my stomach hurt. And truth is that we've been eating watermelons and melons wrong this whole time. We're supposed to be eating them on an empty stomach because they are basically pre-digested and they go straight through you. So if you have food in you and the watermelons or melons can't flush through your intestines, like there's stuff that's heavy blocking it will ferment in your stomach and give you a stomach ache. Melons are basically purified balls of water, so just make sure, especially if you have bloating or any stomach issues, that you are for sure eating them on an empty stomach after your celery juice or lemon water or after a juice and before any big meals. So 30 minutes after I do my watermelon juice, I do my medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie, and this smoothie has saved me from anxiety, my depression, social anxiety, nervousness, like, oh my gosh, it saved me from so many brain problems that I had. You can find the recipe to the heavy metal detox smoothie on Medical Medium's website or in his Cleanse to Heal book, but basically it's just 2 cups wild blueberries, a handful of cilantro, Atlantic dulse, Vimerges, spirulina, and barley grass juice powder, and 2 bananas, but I use 3 to make it more filling, and then the juice of 1 orange. And to make it blend smoothly, you can add pure coconut water that's not pink or red, or just filtered water. I use filtered water from my Berkey filter. And I've learned to love this smoothie. When I first tried it, I did not like the taste of cilantro in it because I was sensitive to cilantro. It basically means you have a lot of metals in your body if it tastes nasty to you. But slowly I started adding cilantro in, and I loved it in time. And then about like an hour later, I end up getting hungry again, and I just decided to make another smoothie. And to finish off the heavy metal detoxing in my body, I'm wanting to do an apple because the pectins in apples help flush out more heavy metals and whatever's like getting stuck in your body that didn't flush out from the heavy metal detox smoothie. So I ended up doing a smoothie with 1 whole apple and 2 bananas. And then what else did I add? Oh, I had a bag of frozen thawed papaya that I had cut up myself and put in a leftover wild blueberry bag. And I don't the taste of papaya isn't my favorite, so I like to add it to smoothies that have like sweeter stuff. And then I had In my freezer too, some frozen aloe. This also helps with bloating, along with the papaya, and bananas help with bloating too, and apples. I just added some filtered water. And this is the color it came out, and of course I spill it because I spill everything. And then I tried to camouflage it, but it didn't work. And that was basically like a lunch smoothie for me. I try really hard to do like morning and lunch to be like raw and high fruits because that just helps me feel my best. So after that, I had some mangoes, and I didn't show, but I also had some celery sticks just to keep my brain running and get some mineral salts in my system because they help my brain, I've noticed as well too. And here's where I cut into the bad mango, and I was disappointed because I really wanted it. So after the fruit, or usually after my Heaven Will Detox smoothie, I do my supplements, and I use all Vimergy supplements. They are the best quality. I never get any reactions from them, and anything Medical Medium recommends, it's never disappointed me. So I usually like to take the capsules with coconut water, fresh coconut water, no other additives to it. And I just find it tastes the best. That B complex supplement tastes kind of gross to me. And then as well for the tinctures, I like to use the coconut water as well too because it's just like sweet and it tastes good. So here I'm doing zinc and nettle, and then I do ashwagandha, B12 as well, and cat's claw. Oh, and lemon balm as well. I can't forget lemon balm. I usually do like 4 to 5 droppers of lemon balm and then 2 dropperfuls of each of the others. And I really feel like ashwagandha and cat's claw have helped me with my hair loss, especially. So for dinner time, I am making a roasted zucchini pasta. Not roasted zucchini, it's roasted tomatoes and veggies, but the zucchini noodles are my pasta noodles. So I am using, I didn't really measure, so just, watch how much I'm using, I guess, if you're recreating this recipe. But I'm using grape tomatoes and sweet onion. And what else did I use? I used garlic cloves. I believe I used like 8 garlic cloves. So using a bag of this frozen veggie mix that we get from our local store. It's carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower, and it's like $2, and it's organic, so we always pick it up from the Heyyy stores in Texas. Never disappoints, it always comes in handy. So I found that I like to strategically organize my little veggies, and I face the tomatoes towards the opening of the oven so they don't get too mushy and too burnt too fast, and then the back of the tray has the frozen veggies, and I found that that's the best way to cook them on the top rack of my oven. For seasonings, I'm just using Italian seasoning and onion powder. My onion powder always gets chunked together and stuck to the bottom. Whatever brand I use, it doesn't matter. It always like does this thing. I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but yeah, it just always gets like stuck, and then you can't use the onion powder anymore because it's useless. Red pepper is the most important part, and I almost forgot it. Couldn't imagine what it had been like if I didn't add it in there, but I think I used about 3/4 of the whole red bell pepper, and I would not suggest using any other color red bell pepper because the red pepper, it just brings like a certain flavor to the tomato sauce. And then I'm just adding a little bit more Italian seasoning to the veggie tray, and I'm putting that in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And like I said, I'm using the top rack so it doesn't like burn and shrink down too much. And I put that in for 29 minutes exactly. And while that cooked, I was just kind of hungry, so I made a bowl of steamed potatoes and lettuce. It always comes through when I'm hungry. And since doing the mono cleanse from the Cleanse to Heal book by Medical Medium, I just can't get enough of lettuce and potatoes. It's my favorite thing ever. Also, while the veggies are in the oven, I'm going to julienne 2.5 zucchinis to make the zucchini noodles for the pasta dish. If you don't have a julienne peeler, you could also use a spiralizer to make your zucchini noodles, but I lost mine or I threw it out. I don't know what happened to it. A little tip that I've learned from Anthony, Medical Medium, is to cut out the pieces that have been like jabbed into the zucchini, because they're usually people's nails that dug into the zucchini, and it can harbor bacteria, and as well as like the scratches on it from the machines that get the zucchinis and stuff. You want to pick that off because that can also harbor some bad stuff in it. I leave the zucchini noodles in my steamer for about 9 minutes total, and here's how the veggie dish came out. So I just scooped the grape tomatoes and the onions, and what else? Oh, the red peppers. Some of the red peppers I leave out because I want to have them in my veggie dish, so I probably use like 3/4 of the red peppers. And I almost forgot about the garlic. You want to make sure you peel that and throw it in there as well. Alright, so to the blender for this sauce, I'm going to add the Italian seasoning again for some flavor. And then I'm also going to put in here some veggie broth. This is a clean, very clean vegetable broth that doesn't have any salt added. Here's the ingredients in case you want to check it. And I found this clean veggie broth at Sprouts, the grocery store, and it was on the lowest rack. What are they called? The lowest shelf. It's called a shelf. And I don't know how long it was there because I never really like check the bottom shelves unless I'm really looking for something. So yeah, check your bottom shelves at your grocery stores for stuff. Obviously they put the healthiest stuff on the bottom shelves because they don't want us to find it, you know? So here are my zucchini noodles, partially steamed. I didn't steam them all the way because I don't want them to fall apart. And the like texture of these partially steamed is perfect. They taste like rice noodles. And I also piled on my roasted veggies, and here's how the sauce came out. It's so flavorful. Let's do a taste test. Just get up to the camera. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. I wish you could smell it. It just smells like roasted garlic and red pepper. And these zucchini noodles, to me, taste like rice noodles. They have like that texture of like the skinny, like, I don't know, pad thai noodles or just rice noodles. Like the Asian noodles. So good. And there's no salt, no fat. I'm gonna go devour this and savor it. I'll be back. The pasta dish actually got me pretty full, and I didn't finish the whole thing. I had to take a little break from it. And then after dinner, I decided to make a steamed artichoke. I'm pretty sure before starting medical medium information, I never had tried a actual whole artichoke like this before, and it's actually one of my favorite foods now alongside asparagus. Medical medium actually has a really good sauce that pairs well with the artichoke, but it has oil in it, so I haven't made that in a while. So to prepare the artichoke before steaming it, I peel the stem and then pluck off a few of the bottom leaves. And then while the artichoke steams for an hour, I'm going to pour myself a medical medium toxic heavy metal exposure shot. It honestly looks absolutely disgusting, but it tastes fine. It's actually pretty good. And you can find this recipe in his new Brain Saver books. I poured myself 3 of those shots and drank those because the day before our apartments decided to paint the outside of our front doors, and it smelled up our whole entire house. And paint is not a pleasant smell, and it obviously is toxic, so here is the artichoke after it's been steamed for an hour, and I didn't even want to sit down with it. I just ate it there because it's so good. If you have trouble sleeping or if your body has a hard time relaxing, try eating a steamed artichoke before you go to bed and you'll have the best relaxed sleep of your life, I promise. If you don't know how to eat an artichoke, basically you just peel off the leaves and eat the meat from the leaves, and then once you get to the end of where the leaves were, you peel that off along with the hairy part of the artichoke. And then you basically can eat the whole thing of it. And since I peeled the stem, you can eat the whole stem too. Since I finished my 369 cleanse from Medical Medium's Cleanse to Heal book, I've been trying to incorporate tea before I go to bed, and this night I did the raspberry leaf tea and peppermint because they're both relaxing, and I don't add anything else besides honey. Alright, so that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys will see me in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!